Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I am about to make a video that most of you will not like. And I'm just being honest straight up front. But this has got to be discussed. We got to keep things 100% real. We live in the real world. We can't have some things how we want them to be. Sometimes we just got to, roll with the punches, if you will. And the reason that I'm saying this, ladies and gentlemen, is because the situation that's between Deontay Wilder and now the WBC #1 contender, Dillian Whyte, who we all know is a matchroom boxing fighter, and he's being promoted by Eddie Hearn, who also promotes Anthony Joshua. Now, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, without a doubt, let me say this at the top of the video, I want to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua as soon as possible. I repeat, as soon as possible, preferably next. I want to see them fight next. But I'm a realist about some things also. And clearly the UK fans are not. The only way that Anthony Joshua is going to be forced to the table, it's not by the American fans, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to feel how we're going to feel. It's by the UK fans. Y'all have to be the ones that come out in mass numbers and tell AJ, look, we ain't supporting nothing else you do unless you face Deontay Wilder. It's the only way that I'm seemingly thinking that it's going to happen at a faster pace. Other than that, they're going to keep on going along the plan that they're going along. And trust and believe, at the end of the day, what AJ is planning on doing, fighting, Joseph Parker, getting that WBO, maybe even getting there with Jarrell Miller, and then turn around just trying to stall time just so he can get, to a Tyson Fury fight. Because trust me when I tell y'all, ladies and gentlemen, Deontay Wilder is not the goal. The goal is Tyson Fury. I have been saying this for months. That is the goal. You get Tyson Fury in the ring. You get that big bag of money. They're going to try to maybe even make it a rematch. Who knows? And then after that saga is over, they are going to pivot to Deontay Wilder. No, I don't see that happening no earlier, in my opinion. Even though I've heard the words of Anthony Joshua state that, I'm not thinking about Tyson Fury and, he's not to be taken seriously right now. I hear them say that in one interview. And then in the very next interview, I hear them say, well, Tyson Fury should sign with Matchroom Boxing. We know how that camp is. They're like trying to nail Jell-O to the wall. It's impossible. They're shapeshifters. They move around every side of an issue. So when we know this, I have reached the conclusion after thinking long and hard, and I know people are not going to be feeling this, but, I think that Deontay Wilder needs to fight Dillian Whyte. Allow me to give my reasons for such. My thing is, if Deontay Wilder goes over to face Dillian Whyte in the biggest payday of his career, so for those of y'all who likes to keep your eyes on the man's money, which I can care less about, the biggest payday of his career, so that's an upside for Deontay Wilder. He'll be fighting in front of the UK audience if he beats Dillian Whyte in front of the UK audience and then grabs a microphone and vehemently calls out Anthony Joshua in front of 70 to 80,000 UK fans. Well, at that particular moment, Deontay Wilder doesn't need Anthony Joshua to even participate. Because the UK fans are going to know exactly who Deontay Wilder is talking about. And this will raise the pressure effectively on Anthony Joshua. Because it's going to look like Deontay Wilder came across the pond, invaded the UK, destroyed Dillian Whyte, stood in the middle of the ring, and says, I want Joshua. That type of thing, even for the slick, conniving corner of Eddie Hearn, will be hard for them to resist. Because then the UK fans will be so fired up after witnessing a knockout firsthand by Deontay Wilder that they're going to start to feel like us. They're going to start saying, you know what? This dude just came over here, beat this dude worse than AJ probably beat him. And now he's calling out AJ right in his backyard. If the UK fans can't respect that, then I don't know what else At that point, Deontay Wilder just needs to move on with his career and just forget the name Anthony Joshua exists. If they can't respect that, because clearly him coming over the pond to just simply get in the ring and get into the face of Anthony Joshua was a major problem. But they cool with Tyson Fury coming into the ring. Oh yeah, I heard that news. They cool with that. They cool with Tyson Fury walking Joseph Parker to the ring. How about Joseph Parker pull a surprise on their ass and sub out Tyson Fury and put Deontay Wilder in that walk in? I mean, clearly they must be cool with whoever Joseph Parker walking into the ring with, right? That's all I'm saying. So, another thing that you got to also be real about, and let's just be honest. The corner of Deontay Wilder failed him. They got outplayed by Eddie Hearn. I've been saying this for months, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of channels are just kind of catching on because it's in the news now. We seen this coming. We seen how Eddie Hearn maneuvered Dillian White into the WBC. We seen this coming. They seen this coming. They knew about this, but they did nothing. And now we are where we are today. My thing is this. Okay, let's go back. When Charles Martin went over the water to give his title to AJ, why couldn't Deontay Wilder get that fight? If I'm not understanding, Charles Martin is associated with Al Heyman, right? They couldn't maneuver that fight for Deontay Wilder in a unification match, raising his stock. Why couldn't they do that? How did the corner of Deontay Wilder allow Bermain Stavern to come around like did nothing to deserve a rematch and got the rematch? How did the corner of Deontay Wilder allow this? They don't have the same clout. Al Heyman got clout, I thought. Why didn't Deontay Wilder face Vladimir Klitschko when Klitschko had the belts? We make excuses, ladies and gentlemen. The fact of the matter is, the corner of Deontay Wilder failed him. They allowed AJ to come out of nowhere, get these dang titles, get these fights. Clearly, Eddie Hearn was throwing all kinds of money around. They didn't do nothing to stop it. They did nothing. They put Wilder in there with Molina and Duhaupas. They did nothing, ladies and gentlemen. And so the climate that we are in today, we just got to deal with it because Eddie Hearn outplayed them. So in order for Deontay Wilder to take charge of his own career and to get this AJ fight without even needing AJ, he's going to have to invade the UK, man. Y'all don't seem to get it. He's going to have to invade the UK. Look, I get it. Yo, he's the WBC champion. Why should he have to do this after beating Luis Ortiz? I'm with y'all 150,000%. I get it. Well, Luis Ortiz is the best, better than anybody on AJ's resume. I got all that. I'm with y'all, man. But at the end of the day, Wilder got played. This boxing game, you have to be on your shit. You got to have the connections to know how to move around in this game. And Wilder simply got played by Matchroom. Lately, when I have been mentioning this, when I comment on this, I always end it with well played by Eddie Hearn. No matter how much you think of, he's a weasel. He's a slick little weasel, man, little lion, little weasel. But guess what? At the end of the day, he played Wilder in them. He played them. He got them on the record in the public. They're saying all this crap. So at the end of the day, Wilder is now left in a position where he's going to have to take the offer. They claim that they're going to freeze Wilder out. There ain't many big name heavyweights, ladies and gentlemen. Contrary to popular belief, there ain't a lot of elite, world-class heavyweights. The list is very, very short. I am not trying to sit around and watch this dude, AJ, beat up on guys for all his money. People we know he's going to win against. I don't want to see it. I want Wilder to cut that shit off. And the only way he's going to have to do that, he's going to have to invade the UK. I respect the fact that Wilder pulled out from this whole commentating gig because they were clearly trying to get him over there to get him on record and to throw Dillian White in his face. I got that. So, of course, he doesn't want to go over there and be ridiculed or be embarrassed or put on the spot or just faced with a lesser opponent. So let him do it on his own merit. Take the fight, Wilder. Get your bag. Knock this chump out. Stand in the middle of UK on top of the ropes if you want and call out Joshua. We Americans, man. We don't sit back and wait for the next man to make moves so we can make moves. We make shit happen. We make shit happen. So guess what, Wilder? Make shit happen. Your corner has epically failed you. A lot of fight fans will not feel the same way as me. And there are some that will, but they will not say this in a vid. I'm telling y'all, man, he got outplayed. There ain't no other alternative. What is he going to do? What is he going to do? Fight Tony Bellew? David Haye? What is he going to do? Who is he going to fight? A bunch of scrubs? He's already went through that stage in his career where he was being ridiculed for fighting bums. You want to put him back right there for being stubborn? No. Make shit happen, Wilder. Do not listen to a lot of these fans out here, man. It's your career. Do not stall your career. You know what I mean? Trying to play some dumbass game. Bring that heat to them. Bring the pressure to them. Make them sweat. Turn the tables in this shit. And the only way that you're going to do it, you're going to have to invade the UK. And the counselor rests. I'm done. So that's how I feel about it. That's my rant for the day. I feel 20 times better, man. How about y'all? Real talk. So I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of bad comments in on this vid. Man, what are you talking about? Oh, he shouldn't do this. He should go for 50-0, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get a bunch of that. But I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight. And while we sitting around arguing about, oh, well, Hearn is this and he's saying that. Yeah, we going to do that shit, man, for the next 2 months. I've already done that. Y'all keep doing that. At the end of the day, I want to see the fight. And the only way that this thing is going to happen expediently is if Wilder invades the UK and put that pressure on that camp. Real talk. Forget the paydays that Eddie Hearn may get. Look, we can't do nothing about that. Nobody can do about that. He going to get the money regardless. Do y'all not see that? The man is going to get paid regardless. He has the biggest project or machine in boxing. Don't even worry about the money. We're worrying about Wilder going over there and get the gold. At the end of the day, the American fans' goal for Deontay Wilder is to see him to go over there and bring 3 of those belts back. That's what we want. Well, actually, all 4 back. That's the goal. That's the goal. You don't worry about how much money the other guy's making. It's just like, and I know this is a way off topic, but it's just like Michael Jackson. When Michael Jackson went to get the ATV catalog, look into the story. He had a long weekend in which he had to do a lot of dog and pony shit that he didn't want to do. But he had to suffer through it. All these appearances and stuff like that. All of these entities in that country made all of this money off of his name. But when he left and got back on the plane, with that ATV catalog that kept him afloat financially for years. You see what I'm going? That's the bigger picture. That's the bigger picture. You got a goal. You go and get it. So for everybody who wants to come against me, and I'm sure there's going to be many, what do y'all rather for them to do? Let me know in the comment section. So to the next video, Main Man, Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe to Twitter, Made Man 511, Facebook, Main Man, Made Man Boxing Forum, Google Plus, Main Man, Made Man. I mean, one thing I know, man, I'm bright enough to know that, I could tell when the cat got played. They got played. They got played. Wilder got played. Heyman got played. Finkel got played. Lou DiBella got played. They all got played. And now they want to sit back and cry. Yeah, look, we all know how things go. We want to see the baddest man on the planet. No doubt about it. But guess what? That's what we want to see. They over there believing the hype, man. Somebody got to go over there and pop that hype. To the next video. Peace out.